What's up, Cowboys Nation? We've got some breaking news coming out of Dallas today that is going to have every fan on the edge of their seat. Yes, you heard that right. It's one of those updates that will leave you absolutely speechless. Is this a turning point for America's team? Will this news make or break the Cowboys season? We'll dive into all the details, the reactions, and the potential ripple effects right now, so buckle up, because things are about to get wild. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Before we jump into today's huge story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you never miss any updates on your Dallas Cowboys. Alright, let's dive into it. So, what exactly happened today that has Cowboys fans buzzing all over social media and sports shows? We've just received word that pause for dramatic effect, a shocking player trade has just gone down involving none other than the Cowboys star wide receiver insert name. That's right, player name is officially on the move, and this trade is sending shockwaves across the NFL landscape. This was the last thing Cowboys fans expected heading into this part of the season. Player name has been a cornerstone of the offense, making jaw-dropping plays week after week. But today's move has left many wondering what could possibly be the reason behind this decision, and how will it impact the Cowboys' playoff hopes. As soon as the news hit, fans immediately took to Twitter, Instagram, and every sports forum you can imagine. The reactions? Let's just say they range from absolute shock to some who are calling this a major mistake. Let's take a quick look at some of the reactions flooding in. You've got some fans out here saying, this is a disaster for the Cowboys. How could they let go of someone this talented? Others are more optimistic, believing this could be a strategic move to build up the team for the future. But no matter what side you're on, everyone is talking about it. And it's not just the fans who are split. NFL analysts across the board are chiming in with their takes. Some are praising the Cowboys front office for making a bold decision at the perfect time. They see this as a long-term strategy that could actually give the Cowboys a deeper roster moving forward. But others? Well, they're not so sure this was the right call. Now, you're probably wondering why now? Why did the Cowboys make this move at this point in the season, especially when it seems like they're so close to contending for a title? Well, I've been digging deep into some insider information, and it turns out, this trade might be tied to a few key factors that the public hadn't considered. One major reason, sources are saying, has to do with cap space. Yes, the dreaded salary cap strikes again. The Cowboys were already running tight against the cap, and player name's contract, while justified given their talent, was putting a strain on the team's ability to make further moves. This trade could free up a significant amount of cap space, giving the Cowboys the flexibility they need to address other areas of the team, especially on defense. But that's not all. There's also talk that player name wasn't fully happy with their role in the offense. Some close to the team have hinted that player name may have wanted a bigger role or even a change of scenery. And in the world of professional sports, when a player's mindset isn't fully aligned with the team, sometimes the best option is a fresh start for both the player and the franchise. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys moving forward? Is this the beginning of a major shift in strategy, or will this end up being a decision the front office regrets? Let's break down some of the possible scenarios. First, the immediate impact. Losing a star player like player name is never easy, especially with some crucial matchups coming up on the Cowboys' schedule. But here's where things get interesting. The Cowboys have a pretty deep roster when it comes to wide receivers. We're talking about players like mentioned key players, who now have a huge opportunity to step up and prove they can fill that void. In fact, some experts believe that this trade might actually lead to a more balanced offense. The Cowboys coaching staff has been quietly working on some new offensive schemes, and with this trade, they might have the flexibility to implement them without having to rely so heavily on one star player. This could make the offense less predictable, a huge advantage in a league where teams are constantly analyzing your every move. Of course, there's always the risk that this trade could backfire. If the Cowboys' offense struggles without player name, you can bet that fans and media alike will be questioning this decision for a long time. And with the pressure mounting, the team has no room for error in the next few games. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This move isn't just about the next few games or even the rest of this season. What's really at play here is the Cowboys' long-term strategy. We all know that the Cowboys are not just about winning now, they're about building a dynasty. And that means making tough decisions that might hurt in the short term but could pay off big in the future. By freeing up cap space and potentially acquiring some draft capital through this trade, the Cowboys are positioning themselves to make major moves in upcoming drafts or free agency. This is where things get really interesting because the Cowboys are known for their ability to scout and develop talent. Who knows? The next big star for Dallas could come from the assets they've gained in this trade. Alright, Cowboys Nation, now it's your turn. What do you think about this shocking trade? Do you think this was the right move for the Cowboys, or are you worried it could come back to haunt us? I'm going to throw up a poll right here, let me know what side you're on. Also, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading through and responding to as many as I can. This is one of those topics that gets people fired up, and I can't wait to see where everyone stands. As we wrap up today's breaking news, one thing is clear: the Cowboys are making bold moves, and the front office is not afraid to shake things up. Whether this trade ends up being a stroke of genius or a move we look back on with regret, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the rest of this season just got a whole lot more interesting. Thanks for tuning in, Cowboys fans. Make sure to subscribe for more updates, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're as hyped as I am about what's next for America's team. Until next time, keep the faith, and as always, go Cowboys.